ghosts are bigger in Texas.
Oh, wow. Hold on. All right, guys. Hey, this is Terry with NSPS TV Paranormal Podcast. How you guys doing this evening? To
We're doing great.
All right. Hey, yeah. Hey, tonight we are in Central Indiana, guys. Yes. Hey, how's the weather? How's the weather up there?
Nice. Ever changing.
Yeah, it changes by the minute.
Never changing.
2 days ago, and it was snowing this morning when we woke up.
Oh wow, that's very. Hey, that sounds like Texas.
The here's probably the same as there. It goes like this. If you don't like the weather, just wait a minute.
Just wait a minute. It'll definitely change, man. It would definitely change. Hey, introduce you guys. Introduce yourselves to the world.
Okay. I'm Carrie. I have been with Hoosier Hunts the whole time, 3 years. We're going to celebrate our 4th birthday in October. I've been investigating for about going on 11 years now, I think. So it's a little bit about me. I work in the mental health field.
Okay, cool. All right, next.
I'm Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
I've been with Hoosier Hunts since the beginning. I've been investigating, I don't know, a little bit less than you.
Probably 9 years now.
About 9 years, I guess. And I work, I guess you could say, the mental health field too.
All right. The two gentlemen in the back, talk to me.
Hi, I'm Michael. I've been for Hoosier Hunts for about 2 years now. And I'm a tree worker.
Hey, we definitely need your help down here, man, because there's
I'm sure
after
that down there.
After that big ice storm we had down here 3 weeks ago. Oh my God, dude, we had trees everywhere.
Yeah, we just come back from Michigan.
All right, hey, the gentleman showing off his biceps.
Hey, I was stretching my arm.
Talk to me, brother.
Rob. I've been with the team since the beginning. I do CAD design. That's probably why when you saw the graphics, I like to have fun with the graphics. So do a little bit of everything within the team. So another thing you should know, Terry, is Crystal and I are about to become authors. We've got tapped to write a book about scary ghosts and paranormal and folklore and things of that nature.
Oh, wow.
So,
hey, congratulations, guys.
thanks.
You
so
know,
a year from now, go out and buy it because it's not done yet.
Hey, I will. Maybe I can get the heads up on the podcast on what you guys are up to up there.
Yeah, be happy.
All right, Dad, who's the leader of the team?
Yes. Great question. Thanks for asking.
Well, they call me the den mother, but I've been pregnant the last 2 years, so I've kind of been out.
Been perpetually pregnant.
So, yeah, I think we just, I mean, the team really, before Hoosier Haunts, it was a collection of people that I really collected from work, and then it kind of grew from there, and then that's how we became Hoosier Haunts. We found Rob somewhere in Ohio one time. When I see dead people,
Yeah.
Well, you know what, guys? Hey, it seems like you guys are going to be around for a while.
Yeah. It's a hard thing to keep going. It's getting expensive.
Oh, definitely, man, definitely. I mean, you got gadgets and stuff that are going out the roof, man. Next thing you know, you got a $900 Ovilus. Who's can pay $900 for an Ovilus? That's why my favorite store to go to get paranormal equipment is the Family Dollar store.
There you go.
I mean,
Bunch of good stuff there.
oh yeah, if I don't go to the Family Dollar store, I go to Five Below. You'd be surprised what you can find in Five Below, guys. You really, man.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Go stop there.
All right, tell me a little bit about the team, man. What have you guys been up to? Any investigations lately?
Well, we shut down for the winter because it gets very cold up here.
Darn.
And honestly, there's not an abandoned building that's got heat. No, seriously, like from December through January, we shut down just because of the holidays, the weather, and spend time with the family. We're just now beginning to ramp back up, and we're scheduling out our season. We've got a couple investigations coming up.
Okay.
We've actually got 3 coming up, 1 in Ohio, 2 in Indiana. So we'll be back hot on it, honestly, in a couple weeks. So this is like the end of our downtime for our season. So we do private residents. We go out as a team and investigate buildings, abandoned buildings, and things of that nature. And then we also do events where we sell tickets, where people can buy it and come. It's like a Paranormal 101.
Mm-hmm.
And we approach that a little differently. First of all, we don't cattle call like a lot of the big companies do. We try to keep it 15 people and under. Mm-hmm. And then we teach them and hand them a piece of equipment, and they're part of the team for the night.
Oh, that's cool.
So that way, people are getting their money's worth. It's not 100 people walking around watching one guy with a recorder going, is there anybody with us? Yeah, 100 people with you. So, we don't like to do that. So
I've heard investigate with 100 people anyway.
Yeah. So
it's kind of hard to keep it all in line.
Oh yeah, trust me. It's I clearly understand that. Okay, what do you guys focus on? You guys, I mean, let's go, man. It's summertime. It's 85 degrees outside. You ain't gotta worry about no snow, no boots, none of that stuff. What is your prime area of expertise when you guys are investigating? You guys like to do, private investigations, cemeteries, urban. What does Hoosier Haunts like to investigate?
we don't do cemeteries. We just have a standing rule as a team, and it's different for every paranormal investigator.
Mm-hmm.
But our rule is if they take you to the cemetery to rest in peace, we feel like we need to honor that.
Okay, respect that.
So we just don't do cemeteries. Nothing wrong with it. A lot of people do. That's cool. To each his own. It's just kind of our team motto. We're going basically to places that you can rent out, places we're invited, things of that nature. It can be home, structure, asylum, jail, prison, school, you name it. Wherever there's ghosts, that's where we go. We don't just stick to Indiana. We travel the Midwest. We've been as far as Kansas, going to the west, for example. We've done Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, Illinois. I'm probably leaving some places out. But
Texas?
I haven't been to Texas yet, but we will go.
Oh, my God.
I do know, and in the summer, we look for places that offer AC. But it's not always a must, but here when June and July hits, it's miserable. We've thought about making different wardrobes for the summer investigations if they don't have air conditioning.
Oh yeah,
paranormal bikinis. You know what she's talking about.
Oh boy.
When it's 105 inside, and there's places we go to that have mold, and that's just baking and senses, and so we look for places with AC, but like Rob was saying, a lot of places we go to don't even have electricity, so then you're out in the middle of nowhere with a cool breeze.
Okay, cool. What are you guys working with, man? You got a tech swarthy guy back there that does all the tech work. What are you guys working with as far as equipment?
We use a full gamut. We have, all the usual suspects: SLS camera, thermal camera, IR camera, full spectrum camera. We use trigger objects. We've got data logger, mel meter, K2 meters. We're using something called a tripwire, which I don't know if you're familiar with. It was invented by a guy in Ohio. So it's now starting to appear on a lot of ghost hunting shows. So I don't know if you've seen that, Terry. What it is It's a long cord with little white devices every so far apart. Each one of those is a K2 meter. So it's like a string of K2 meters on a rope.
You know, it seemed like I should have had patent that idea. I think I have something similar to that. I think this guy is trying to take money out of my pocket. Yeah, I think what I have is something similar to that. I call it the doorstop because for your case, you know, if you guys are investigating a residential, and you never know what's in that, in a certain location. So I made a LED motion detection about a 30 to 40, maybe 60 centimeters long rod, LED rod motion detection. And I put that thing right in that door.
There you go.
And, and I've always asked, if somebody's would like to come in this room, please come. And I can almost guarantee you that rod lights up every single time.
Yep, that's awesome.
Yeah, and so you need to give me this guy because I think I'm going to sue him.
There you go. After this, I can give you his website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, guys. Yeah.
Talking about dollar store, we're not opposed to that. What I'm holding up here, this is a travel bocce ball for playing bocce ball. They light up. We use them as trigger objects because they light up. You can see them in the dark.
Yes, sir.
Down a hallway and invite a spirit to touch them or move them or whatever.
We also use, I know Crystal's brought a mirror before with baby powder. We have some sensitives on the team, so we do step outside of all the technology sometimes too and just go with our instinct. Sometimes it works, and then we've been on investigations before where we think we caught no evidence whatsoever, but then once we get reviewing, then we've captured quite a bit. So, you just never know.
Yeah, you never know, and and that's the great thing about paranormal investigating, the unknown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One thing about me, guys, I am not the average paranormal investigator. One thing I'm trying to hit, and it's really hard to do. I'm really trying to get people a little more hipped when it comes to paranormal investigating. I know some people are old school and like their old ways of doing things, but I'm the type of guy that like to think out the box when I'm investigating.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Way to approach it.
Because you have to, because when I'm investigating, I like to present things that these spirits haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you guys are the same way.
Yeah.
Just like the thing I'm playing with here. We haven't got to take it out on an investigation. I just bought them, but they're to train your dog. But you can record any message you want. So I was playing earlier where I just recorded, "Are the ghosts bigger in Texas?" But the idea is try to get the spirits to interact by hitting these buttons. There's like 8 or 10 of them in a set. We're going to see if we can get ghosts to talk to us with some pre-recorded messages.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and how much did that thing cost? A couple dollars?
It was like a pack of 10, so I think it was $19.95.
Can't beat that.
Yeah. So.
You can't beat that, man.
But to your point, we'll try anything.
Yeah.
I came across some stuff called thermographic paper. It's basically paper that does the same thing a thermal camera does, but it's a piece of paper. Put it in a shadow box, put some ribbon lights around it, trying to get a spirit to touch that thermographic paper and leave a heat signature or a cold signature.
Oh, wow. That sounds interesting right there within itself. There is so much out there that we can use for investigating. It's unbelievable. I mean, and with me and with you guys, we're barely touching the tip of the iceberg because there is so much out there that most people ain't even not even thought of. You can walk by something every day and oh my God, dude, I wonder what that works.
You're absolutely right. I mean, an SLS camera is an Xbox.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that was somebody experimenting and figured out something would work. So you don't know what will work. So we're all the time trying something new to see what happens. Sometimes nothing happens. So sometimes it'll take several investigations before anything happens. But that's the name of the game, because
definitely,
especially when you're going into these buildings, they're seeing people like you and I night after night after night after night. And even if they were active, they're just tired of talking to people. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to give them a reason to want to talk to you.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely, man. And you know what? And today's, places where it gets under my skin, because people go to these places with the same old, investigate the same old type way. And, and what happens when you keep doing the same old? You're going to keep getting the same results.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're investigating,
children's keyboard to get them to play piano. We tried everything that we could.
Yeah. I mean,
that as a group, when we come together and we just start interacting and laughing and having fun, that we start to get a lot of activity.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Singing and joking before, and there's activity going on around us.
We played music.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So as long as we are like just normally interacting, they either use that energy and interact with us,
or they develop comfort and will at least open up and speak to us.
Yes.
Yeah. Like you guys were saying, then when you guys think out the box when it comes to equipment, how many of you guys ever played Simon Says?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, all of us.
You play, so you guys know how the game works.
Yeah.
You press a button, and and you try to mimic that button. So it's pretty much basically like a big paranormal toy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I actually invented something like that. And it works perfect. I have 4 LED motion rods on each side of this thing. And I tap and play the game.
Yeah.
And each time these lights light up, and I give it opportunity to it to go off. And I just happen to ask the spirits, can you do the same thing? And sure enough, you get the same reply in the same order in which the lights went off the first time.
That's cool.
So that's pretty damn cool, dude. Huh?
That's a cool concept. I like that.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, man, there are so many things out there that you really need to look at. Quick question: how many of y'all are married?
Amanda and Dustin are married.
Y'all are the only ones married.
Join us.
And Deb.
Oh yeah, Deb's married. Yeah, but everybody else is
Single.
We have 3 team members married, and 2 of them are married to each other. So.
All right, well, you know what? It happens. What does your family members think about the things that you guys do in your spare time?
They think it's crazy. Some people believe it, but the majority of them don't care regardless of what we do or not.
So with my family, it's kind of torn. Like I have some that are really into it. My mom has been on investigation with this before.
Yep.
But like my brother and his wife, sometimes they're just like, I don't get it, and I'm like, you have to experience, and that's how I explain it. You have to experience it to really understand, because a lot of people just think you're throwing all this money to go sit in a dark old house or something, and I'm like, you really have to be in the moment and feel what's going around. There's a lot of times we don't get anything, and it's just an experience. I like the old buildings, but yeah, it's something, I just explain it like this. You like sports, I don't like sports. This is my thing,
Right.
So I think it's a mix of, some people are really into it. And then I've had some people that weren't into it and, thought I was crazy for going, but then
some people think it's satanic.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's satanic.
Use your words.
And, that we're devil worshiping and all that stuff. But it's like, no,
We're
we're there to interact. They were once people, we're there to interact with them. And
We look at it as science.
yeah,
We're really trying to scientifically prove something.
mm-hmm.
And, maybe someday we will.
Yeah, maybe someday. Now, if you guys was out in the community, what would how many of you guys go to church, first of all? so you guys ain't never you guys ain't never came across members of the church that ridicule, that talk bad about you guys, and
people that we know, there's certain people that you can tell they're from a certain religious area,
mm-hmm.
and they will make comments and sometimes let us know we're going to hell.
But this is the double-edged sword on that. If something goes on in their house, who are they going to call? They're going to call you guys, right?
Yeah.
So how does that make them feel once they talk crap about you guys and the stuff that you like to do, but turn around and got to pick up and make that 2 a.m. phone call, say, hey, something's knocking on my window at 2 o'clock at night, or I hear footsteps and I know I'm the only one there. It makes you look.
Tell them it's baby Jesus. Go back to bed.
Yeah. So yeah, man.
We do private private homes, and there's some that they are hush hush. They don't want anybody to know, and of course we never reveal any evidence on our Facebook or YouTube or anything. But they don't want their neighbors or anybody to know that we're going, and that's fine. We have some that are like, bring it on. Like, we showed up in Paragon one time, and the neighbors were singing the Ghostbusters theme song to us.
Yeah, got off our vehicles. Who you guys
that is so funny.
Yeah. So, and we offer our home investigations free. We'll help anybody. If we can't help them, then we'll point them in the right direction of who could possibly. But yeah, we're never going to turn anybody down, even if they've talked crap in the past or whatever.
Yeah,
well,
right.
Important thing to know too, Terry, because sometimes people get confused on this. We'll go in and diagnose. None of us are, we don't expel ghosts or demons or, I struggle making waffles. Making a nice spiritual mess in your house. But we'll go in, we'll diagnose it, we'll give them direction on what we recommend they should do based on what we found. So.
Okay. Now, so you guys are more of a validation team than more of a solve the problem type team. Because when we look at paranormal, there are multiple different types of paranormal teams out there that perform different types of duties.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like me, I'm with validation.
Yeah.
I will validate, but I can refer you to the right individual if there's something else that's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's precisely how we operate because, frankly, it's based on the facts that we gather and experience and intuition. I can't actually see the ghost and go, are you sure you're a demon? Because you sure have.
Wow. Now, let's say, for example, that you guys do come across something that you can't handle. Do you guys have somebody that you can call ASAP and get somebody out here?
We have a pretty big network. I don't know if you're aware of it. I was not. These gals made me aware of it. Here in Indiana is a place called Camp Chesterfield.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small, self-contained community of psychics, mediums, clairvoyants, probably some other things I can't think of.
It's a spiritualist camp.
Yeah, it's a spiritualist camp, and this is like several blocks in this town. You can't buy a house in that area unless you're approved by their board of directors to meet their criteria of being a spiritualist of some sort.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of psychics and gifted people come from around the U.S. to train there.
Oh,
So
really?
A lot of the famous mediums and things, you might be surprised that they've spent some time in a little town in Indiana called Chesterfield, Indiana.
Okay. Hey, got a quick shout out. Hi, Jeff. What's going on? Hi, Jeff, hi from the GOAT.
Hey, Goat.
Hey, Goat. He's
How's it going?
he's from the Bel Air house over in it's Ohio, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bel Air, Ohio,
Yeah.
which is a stone's throw from West Virginia. We went and visited the GOAT. We need to get back and see him.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I need to get up there and see him also, the GOAT.
Yeah.
All right.
We have several people that have come on our events that have kind of become like extended family, but also extended team members too. So like, they've followed us around, and Goat has been with us in a place where we investigated, but he didn't necessarily investigate with us. But we have quite a bit of a following, but we also have the tight knit extended family that investigates with us too. But back to if we found something at a house or found something at a building that we weren't familiar with, we have called in help and then had them kind of do a sweep, and they didn't find anything, but it was probably the scariest place we've ever experienced something. I know it scared Rob, but he's easy to scare, so.
I have a good startle reflex, but I don't get scared.
But it's nice to have that validation that, hey, there's nothing really to be scared about here. The homeowners were still scared. They actually lived in the garage portion of the house. They didn't live in the house anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And what they had was serious and legit, and it was something that was haunting the land, not necessarily the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, when you
It
guys...
had all your quintessential, evil type connotations that you think of. It had the rotten egg smell. It sounded like hooves walking across the hardwood floor, scratching, growling, creatures visually appearing, everything.
Oh, man,
it was straight up legit.
That sounds like my wife.
Story during that investigation, at one point, Dustin, who's not here tonight, was shooting with his camera down the hallway with IR floodlight. He's holding the camera.
Mm-hmm.
The light, you can hear it click off. And then you hear Dustin go, something just turned my light off. And you hear it click it back on, and click, it turned it off again. So something was standing right there turning his light off.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That means he was really up close with whatever that was. I mean, literally within
I can hear. Yeah.
arm's reach. Wow.
They're telling me I'm too loud, Terry.
Yeah.
You
need to pipe it down a little bit. Like I'm going deaf up here in the front row.
Hello.
Hey man, you're good. Trust me, you're good. Hey, tell me about some of your personal experiences that made you want to become paranormal investigators.
Well, I'll go first. The house I grew up in when I was little was it was an original farmhouse in a town that they built around it. So I always felt like there was something there, even from a young age. And then just as I've gotten older, just little things happen. And I would like to say I'm one of the sensitives on the team and can pick up different things. And so then over time, just little things keep happening. And I love old buildings. I've always had an attraction to those and all the character. So I think that's what turned me on to this, and just the unknown. But what made me, my first investigation ever was actually a work trip. One of my coworkers planned a team building exercise. We went to Thornhaven. It's in Newcastle, Indiana. And it was a great time. And then after that, I never stopped. I've been back there since, but the activity wasn't the same the second time. But that's kind of what turned me onto that. And Linda, when she's not here tonight, Linda on our team, she was with me that night. So, we kind of stuck together. And then her son came on. And, so the team just kind of built itself after that. But The last house that I had activity.
About the last house you're in now.
The house, the house I lived in by myself had a lot of activity, and it wasn't like, I don't think I brought anything in. I think something was already there. I had a reading done probably 2 or 3 years ago, and you know, I during COVID, when COVID first hit, I was doing like a photo session in my house with my ghost hunting equipment, and it started reacting. I've also left out a recorder, which you're not supposed to investigate your own house, but I captured stuff on that too. But when I had this reading done, she told me, she validated, you know, what I was hearing and the direction it came from, and what they would do. And I was just like, wow, I thought I was just the only one that experienced this. But, you know, I sold that house, and I told them that they could stay there.
Oh, wow.
Them, but it was just, they were noisy for sure. But then, you know, it's always been, you know, I can drive past somewhere and I'm like, I need to get in there. There's something there, you know, and you know, what was it? Revenant Acres is in, it's off of 40, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Off of 40 here in Indiana. And I passed there and I'm like, I someday want to get in there. And I did end up investigating it one time. But yeah, it's just like something from these buildings just say, hey, come, you know, come try me out.
Oh, wow.
We have a private location in Newcastle, Indiana that we've been to probably like 10 times. And that building also I was always attracted to that building. So that's kind of my story of where, you know, why I'm into it.
Okay.
Was it our first experience that you wanted to know about?
What got you into the paranormal?
What started your paranormal?
Oh, okay. So I guess.
That lose you.
Yes.
Obviously.
I can't breathe, so.
It was a heck of a story.
Hey.
Okay. Hey, guys, right quick. Hey, we are on Instagram Live. I just want to do a quick shout out to everybody. Hey, guys, this is Terry with NSPS TV Paranormal. Tonight we are in Central Indiana visiting Hoosier Haunts. Pretty cool paranormal team. Hey, if you guys want to zoom over to our Facebook page and check them out, you're more than welcome to. Or you can hang out here on Instagram and listen to everything. So with enough said, we're going to get back to the podcast with Hoosier Haunts from Central Indiana. Home of Bobby Knight, one of my favorite basketball coaches. God damn it, give me a, hey.
Right now, baby.
God damn it, give me a chair. I'm going to throw across the damn court.
Right as we speak, right now.
Oh, shit. All right, well.
Sports.
Okay.
Tell us your story, Crystal.
Okay. So, I guess my first experience happened when I was about 17 and lived in an apartment, and there was a lot of weird things that happened there. But I also grew up with my mother, who was a card reader and a spiritualist, and she did do card reading for Camp Chesterfield. And she brought in a lot of different spiritualists and mediums and things like that in and out of her home. So it became kind of commonplace. And so I guess that kind of started it. Also, my interest in what happens after we die. I mean, that's huge, because I can't just imagine we die and there's nothing. And so being able to do this kind of proves that, you know, you don't just go into nothing.
Yes.
That there is something after you leave the body.
Oh, yeah.
That is, I guess that's the number one thing. I want to know where we go or why we don't go. You know, like they talk about some people not going into the light. You know, some of them, I guess, are scared. Um, Maybe they've done something that they're not proud of. But, and they stay behind, I think. But, you know, I don't know that for sure. But we
Well, me personally, I think I could be wrong, but I think most of the time when entities or ghosts stay behind, I think they're afraid to be judged because they have done something really bad, in their life, and believe it or not, dude, being judged. I mean, it's bad enough you being judged on the planet for who you are and what you are and all the other stuff that that goes on. But can you imagine uh, being judged when you when you go in front of your maker, whoever your maker is, and you have to sit up there and be judged? That's kind of frightening.
Yeah.
Wondering which way you're gonna go, or are you gonna be in purgatory for the rest of your life? Are you not are you gonna go, to heaven, or are you gonna go to the other place? It's kind of scary, So I kind of understand, what these people are going to. Then you got those that are know that they are pure evil, in life, and they were horrible in death. So they already know that,
Yeah.
it's not going to happen. So
I also think that some people may stay behind because they don't want to leave their loved ones, or if it's a child, maybe they're afraid to leave their parents.
yeah,
Or
afraid to go
just
alone.
leave a
Yeah.
environment they're comfortable with. They understand.
We've been here.
I was in this house. I know this house. I don't know what's
Right.
out there.
yeah, the fear. It's weird how the unknown affects you when you're alive and when you're gone.
Right.
So it's really crazy on how that can affect you mentally and physically. But okay, getting all right. The guy behind you, you're next, buddy.
Michael?
Come on, Mike.
It actually started out with Bigfoot and UFO
Bigfoot.
stuff back in high school. That's when
He saw Bigfoot flying a UFO and he said, I got to look at
I was into that kind of stuff before paranormal.
Well,
this.
hey,
That ever happened to you?
Yeah, one time when I was at home by myself because I was living with my sister, and I
Uh-huh.
called in my sleep, and I woke up and nobody there.
wow. Well, one,
Experience, yeah.
you
Wasn't even there.
Michael, pick up your socks.
hey, one thing I do know about Bigfoot, dude. They take it serious up here in Northeast Texas, dude.
Yes, they
I mean, there's a Bigfoot in every small town in the Piney Wood area. So
I believe it.
yeah, dude, it's crazy. All right.
I heard one myself.
I have a funny story about Elbow. Why I call him Elbow. The first ever investigation he was going to go on with us.
Mm-hmm.
The night before, he ended up doing an Evel Knievel trick and broke his elbow. So
Oh wow,
that's why I refer to him as Elbow.
that is crazy.
I couldn't go for 3 months because of it.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
Stupid stuff the night before an investigation, Elbow.
I was just still up front of my son.
Oh man. All right. Hey, last but not least, you're up, buddy.
All right. Well, like Terry said, they found me in a ditch in Ohio. No,
Really, they found him in the ditch.
they really
Oh
did.
boy.
They keep trying to throw me back out too.
It was in the parking lot, actually, in Ohio, that I met Rob.
No, I had a couple things early on, like my first apartment out of school was above an old bookstore,
Uh-huh.
and every time that I would go to work, because I was working an evening job while I was going to school, I would come home and certain lights that I'd left on were off and others were on and vice versa. And this kind of stuff kept happening. There was several times I woke up in the middle of the night because my TV had just turned itself on and the volume all the way up. But I just kind of blew it off. And then one morning I was brushing my teeth and I heard a noise in the kitchen. And I walked into the kitchen and, being a bachelor, I had made like a Totino's frozen pizza the night before, so the aluminum foil was on the stove. And I watched broad daylight, watched the aluminum foil move back and forth across the stove. So I'm a rational guy, so I stood there and watched it for a second. I thought, must be a mouse under there. It started moving. I grabbed it and lifted it up, and there was nothing under there.
Oh, wow.
Now, we just got about a foot of snow overnight. I ended up driving over to one of my sister's house in a pair of gym shorts, and that's it. Knocking on her door, she's like, what in the are you doing? And I said, can I just stay with you for a minute?
I just got rammed out of my house.
Yeah, that was the very first thing. And then I lived in a 100-year-old farmhouse in Logansport. And one evening, my girlfriend at the time worked second shift. So she'd get off at like 11 o'clock. So I was sitting in the the farmhouse by myself. And there's a big picture window. It was out in the country. So when you look at the picture window, all you can see was black because it's night out.
Ooh.
But I could see the reflection of the staircase behind me. And all of a sudden, I started seeing legs and a dress coming down the staircase.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I spent the rest of the evening sitting out underneath the carport. When she got home, she said, what are you doing out here? It's a nice time. I'll sit outside.
Oh, wow. All right. Hey, quick shout out, Crystal Lash. Let me pop her back up there. You guys able to see the comments?
Yeah, I need to angle it different. Hey.
They're there, but you can't read. I can't read them.
Yeah, I can't read them. I can see them, but I can't read them.
Here, if I pull it up over here, you can see it.
I say you can put it up on the big TV, couldn't you?
Well, I could, but
Okay.
why would
Hold on, she's moving the reading a little closer to the crew here.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Keep it down there.
I could read it.
All
I
right.
got eyes, guys.
You'll be in charge of reading.
You still got eyes, guys.
You're not as old as we are, so you can see everything.
I'm the young pup. Just kidding. That actually isn't that Amanda the youngest.
Well, right now you're the young pup. We're not here.
You're the young pup in the room.
Yeah.
So those two incidents are what got me started, at least wondering what the spirit world was like. It wasn't until 20 years later that I actually pursued paranormal investigating. So,
Okay, cool. What are some of the creepiest, you know what, guy, I'm gonna be honest with you, I hate the word most haunted because we really don't know what's the most haunted location in your state.
Yeah.
You know, I get on people all the time down here in Texas when they say that, because you know, if you can have total validation of a place that's the most haunted place in our state, which our state is the second biggest in the country, then hell, I'll buy you a beer every day for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't prove that, then let's not use that word. You know what I'm saying? What are some of the, not most, but some of the most haunted places in your state that you guys have investigated?
I would say it's our private location.
Yeah.
I've never been to the Bible, so I don't know.
yeah, it's a. How would you describe it?
It's an old
Organization.
and
That's nationwide.
it was
That you might have to do rituals to belong to.
We can't put the name out there because they have a lot of they have a business, and it would hurt the business if the little old ladies that shop in there and stuff like that, if they knew that they allow investigations, they wouldn't shop there anymore. So we don't want to hurt their business.
Totally.
After hours, of course, but it's a gigantic location. We've been there. That's the one I was talking about earlier. We've been there so many times, and there's never been a time we've gone that we haven't got any activity, and it's all similar activity every time we go.
something always happens.
Yeah.
We hear a woman screaming.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, wow.
sometimes it's in real time right there beside you.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's far off in the distance.
Some of our best evidence has actually come from there. Dustin on our team, he got his nickname "Caught on Camera" from that location. He was recording and a door slammed in front of him. And so, he captured that on camera, so he got caught on camera. And he's been out and about, and people will say, "Hey, you're caught on camera."
Yeah, but it's more than that.
Yeah.
As the door was shutting, he was just so shocked. He was standing there going, "Caught on camera,
Yeah.
caught on camera, caught on camera." Boom.
Oh, wow.
Doors are probably a good 12 feet tall and solid, heavy wood. So it wasn't just a little light breeze that would move it.
The first time we went to investigate, Crystal and I went to load my camera up with batteries because I have a stationary camera that we just set up. And when we're up there, I can't remember one of the doors started shutting. We could physically see it shutting, and so we're like, we just need to go. And then we hear the scream, and nobody has their phone on them when we're in an investigation. But we're not started yet, so I had my phone. I'm trying to call Rob, like, "Hey, come up here. We're getting activity." But Crystal and I, we went down this huge stairway.
Very steep.
Very steep. She went down facing forward, and I went down backwards trying to get out of here.
Back to back.
But then since we've been there, it's nothing to be scared of. It was shocking because it was happening right there in front of our faces. And then later that night, Dustin caught that on camera. So.
Okay.
Terry's best moment as an investigator, though, was Stone Mansion. Terry, if you want to hear a good story, ask her about that.
Okay, let's hear it.
Well, with Stone Mansion, I had slid my equipment. I think I had my recorder and something else, and I was sitting on the floor and I slid it out a ways, and it was wood floor, so it slid out a ways, and I'm sitting there and I'm asking questions. Well, it slides back towards me, and that sound is distinct. Something's coming at you.
Right.
I had one of our team members was sitting next to me, and I pretty much climbed over him to get away. And I'm on the radio, like, come upstairs, because everybody's out the fire pit. And I think Rob came upstairs and found me in the corner crying. But I'm scared of the dark, so I don't do well in the dark, and that's how you investigate. I know, but
I'm
I don't handle dark well.
You scared of the dark?
Yes.
Man, I gotta ask this question. Why? Why are you scared of the dark?
Because I can't see. I can't see anything. I want to see if something's coming up to me. I want to see it.
Did you ever watch Bugs Bunny as a kid, Terry?
Oh, definitely.
You know that sound effect he made when he took off running?
Yep.
Actually, I think that's for leaving one of us in the dust because something scared her.
Oh, wow.
we were at an investigation in Poasttown Elementary, and we had a guest with us, and one of our other investigators' bags rubbed the wall, and had Rob not been in the doorway, we would have left that guest sitting there.
Damn.
Because I was gone.
Well, hey, I can't hang out with you guys on the investigation. You leave me.
Yeah. No, I don't think anybody else runs like I do. I will be gone.
She's the runner.
And another thing is you better not be in my way because I will move somebody. Just ask Rich. I literally grabbed him by the belt before and pulled him off of a trail because we were at Fox Hollow. It's a pretty famous place. And
Thank you, Rob.
and what is it, Westfield?
Yes, West.
Westfield, Indiana.
Yeah.
It was home to Baumeister. He was a serial killer.
995 killer.
And so, there we were out in the woods where a lot of bodies they're still finding, or a lot of bones. And so, yeah, I about shoved Rick down a hill trying to get away from there.
Oh, man.
Investigation back up and out there looking for stuff.
Yeah. So I'm the runner. I'm the scaredy cat. But I'm down to investigate whenever.
Hey, who's the skeptic on the team?
Everybody's pointing to me. It must be me. I don't know that I'm a skeptic. I believe in spirits. I've seen enough to know they're real. But
he just wants something to come up and physically be like, "I'm here."
Well, I don't just when something happens, I don't just automatically go ghost.
Right.
I gotta go through all the iterations. Could it have been that? Could this have done it? Could that have done it? If nothing, once you eliminate all the possible, then the improbable is probably all that's left. So then I'll go, okay, it was a ghost.
And we debunk a lot of stuff too. But yeah, Rob's always the one that's saying he could have a demon sitting right there with him and he wouldn't know it.
my joke, Terry, is I could accidentally bump into a group of demons playing pinochle and I wouldn't even know they were there. I'd say, oh, excuse me, I didn't see you here.
Oh man. Hey, what do you guys do pre and post investigation? What is your rituals? What do you guys do before you investigate?
Pre-investigation, we got to eat.
We go to places we've never been before we investigate.
I think he's probably looking for like a ritual or a setup, but I like
That's
to
a
eat.
ritual.
He likes to eat. He said he want to go eat first.
I like to eat
And
answer
then
better.
we go find food that we can take to the investigation.
We're meeting up with Dollar General before we go.
Or we'll go during an investigation and go get something.
Yeah.
When we take a break.
It depends on where we're going. Like if we've heard things, about the location, or there might be some bad vibes or something. We have different things that we'll do, but for the most part, everywhere we've been, we haven't really, haven't been like we need to do something before we go in. We have done stuff when we've come out. We always tell the spirits to stay where they are. They can't come home with us.
Mm-hmm.
But afterwards, I sleep for hours and hours.
And honestly, Terry, we don't encounter that many evil spirits that we have to do a lot of that, nor do we believe that, unlike some TV shows, that every spirit is a demon. We're just the opposite. We believe demons are pretty rare, and typically they're trying to do their diabolical work in a location, not necessarily looking for somebody to follow around.
Well, and another way to look at it is, we have grumpy beings right now, human beings, and when they pass, who's to say they're going to be happy, So somebody might think like, hey, I got a demon, but no, it's just a grumpy old man,
Exactly. Hey, speaking of TV shows, what do you guys think about Hollywood and how they portray paranormal investigators and how we investigate and the technology that we can't afford compared to what they can afford? How do you guys feel about that?
I think it's hard when you have, like, when we invite people on investigations for an event, we start off with saying, this is not TV. You're not going to get a spirit to interact in this first 5 minutes. You may not get any activity. I think that's the hardest part, because on shows, they're there for a week or more, and so, who knows how much activity they get real even, but, they spend a lot more time than we're able to. So, we were on an event one time, and this woman said, take me to the ghost. And it's like,
oh, damn.
They're just standing here like, hey, I'm your tour guide for today. So it's hard when people watch TV and then they come on an investigation and they want it to be just like the TV, and it's not. It's nothing like that. And, we also don't provoke. If they don't want to interact, they don't have to interact. So I think that's one thing we pride ourselves on, is we're not going to provoke. We're not going to use Ouija boards. It's just hard to get that mentality out of people when that's all they've just watched TV.
And I think to build on that, Terry, I think initially the TV shows were helpful for the paranormal world because it raised everybody's awareness.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone to the point where it's so condensed, not in real time, but what you see on TV, and it's they overdo everything because it's TV and they're trying to get ratings. And so now it's actually detrimental to the field because people think you're going to get a ghost every 2 seconds. Every single device, no matter what it is, will work perfectly every single time. Anytime any device goes off, it's always a ghost. That's never anything else. All the things that are just wrong now is what people are getting shown. We were talking earlier before we did the live here about kindred spirits. There's a lot of us on the team that love that show. They do what's called the Estes method, where you're blindfold, you got the spirit box, headphone. We do the same thing. If you watch Kindred Spirits, every single time they have a 20-minute conversation with a ghost, every single time.
Every episode.
And I would say out of the last 20 times we did it, we might have had 2 actual conversations. It just doesn't happen like that all the time.
Which Crystal is the best one to do that that experiment on. With me, I have too much anxiety and it makes my ears ring and I just can't concentrate. But Crystal does get some interaction through sensory deprivation, what we refer to it as.
It does get stressful though.
We could adopt this.
All right. Well, we got a quick shout out. Memphis Ghost Hunters. What's going on, brother? How you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming on the show. Checking out Hoosier Hunts from Central Indiana. Hey, man. Appreciate
Shout
your
out to
support.
Memphis, baby. Love your ribs. Love your spicy chicken.
Oh, trust me, we've had that conversation before, man. We talked probably 20 minutes about food, Memphis, who's got the best ribs, Texas or Memphis. The different types of barbecues that Texas and Memphis does, Tennessee. But you know what? I've met a lot of great paranormal investigators from Tennessee, and each one of their podcasts has totally been different. And you know what? As small as that state is, they got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. That's
You know what
cool.
I'm saying? A lot of stuff going on. And the one thing, okay, guys, have you guys ever investigated something where you know it's not the it's not the house, it's the property? And if you have, how have you guys, proceed with that investigation?
Well, I think the one Kerry was talking about earlier in Paragon, Indiana, that was exactly the case. The land was still relatively undeveloped except for the house that was there. So it was just like it had been since who knows when. There was a lot of Native American battles in that area with settlers. There was a treaty. When the Indians finally signed a treaty, it was very near there. The folklore and legend in the area was that the grounds were cursed by the natives because they had to give it up to the white settlers. And what was in this lady's house, it was in the house only because the house was physically on the property. You know what I mean? If you'd removed the house, that thing would have still been right there. It was roaming the grounds and the woods and the forest behind her home. It was, we think, it was some type of native conjured troll or demon, if you will.
Right.
Just by virtue of cursing the land. I don't think it was an actual creature. I think it was the intent of the cursing and then all the intent and belief behind it created the creature. So it wasn't like a creature that exists other than something you can manifest through thought and intention.
What were you saying?
Just the same thing that because of Native American fighting and battling and curses. So that's not something that we can take care of. It would have to be someone from that tribe.
Yeah.
Right.
We actually brought a demonologist in, but the creature would not present itself while the demonologist was there.
Well, the one thing that I do know is if there's a lot of Native American, stuff going on that property, it's a good chance that probably won't happen. Because it doesn't feel threatened towards another Native American.
Mm-hmm.
But with other people, you have no reason to be there to them. So therefore they want you off their property.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of see that.
In Indiana, Terry, because Indiana is the word Indiana means land of the Indians. So.
And actually, Rob never brings it up, but he is a Miami Indian.
Okay.
So it's my ancestors that are cursing the place.
So if you guys was if you guys was to say, I'm not for sure how big Indiana is area
Not as
wise.
big as Kentucky.
It's taller than it is wide.
Oh shit, Memphis, you gonna take that?
That was exactly the largest egg.
But anyway, they if that's the case, every piece of land that's in Indiana is Native American land.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
And
second largest city in Indiana, actually by treaty, belongs to my tribe, but the state won't recognize that.
wow, that is something.
It's been a legal battle since the 1800s. It's still ongoing.
Well, I don't see what the fight is because what's theirs is theirs. It's been there since day one. You know,
It's just
so
hard to move 500,000 people and tell them to get out.
hey, you throw enough stuff in their house, they'll move. Trust me. Plenty of things that they cannot understand, they will pack up and move. No ifs and buts about it.
I'm working on it.
Hey, you guys have any animals that you guys take on your investigations?
No, actually, the last live Rob and I had talked about, we need to get some kind of an animal, to take with us, and we just never have, but I'm sure at some point we will have one. But yeah, so far we haven't. Now we've been on investigations where there's a pet in the house that has reacted. For example, Paragon, they had an animal that interacted, like the animal would sense something about the same time you could sense something. So it's spot on. So I mean, we've seen it happen with the pets that are inside the home, but we haven't brought any on our investigations.
We've also investigated 2 places that had reports of spirit animals. Michael experienced one in Fort Wayne at the Bell Mansion. I experienced one at the Harrison House in Columbus, Ohio. It was summertime. I was sitting on the couch in a room by myself with shorts on, and there was a report of a ghost cat, and I could feel what felt like a cat doing a figure 8 between my legs. You know how cats will do that? And I actually turned on my flashlight, and I'm looking down at my legs. It feels like a cat rubbing up against me, but there's nothing that I can see with my naked eye.
Right. Now, why is that?
I have a picture of mine.
Wow, I had to check that picture out. Now, that's such a rarity because, a lot of people really don't see or come in contact with ghost pets. Why do you think that is?
I think because most of us are animal lovers. And I mean, we have our own, and I think if we've heard that there's any kind of animal interactions before, we'll try to, I guess, come here, kitty, something like that. But yeah, I think a lot of it is we are pet people, so.
Okay, but I think spirit animals are so rare because if you think about it, when they're alive, they're going to come around their owner and to their owner. But if you're a stranger in the house, they're probably going to give you space because they don't until they get familiar with you.
Right.
That's why they're more rare. There might be just as many ghost dogs and cats as there are ghosts that we encounter, but they're just avoiding us because, especially like a ghost cat. I used to have, when I was married, had a cat. That thing, the doorbell would ring and that cat would disappear and you wouldn't see him again until an hour after everybody left. I don't know where.
Yeah, you're right on that.
So if you figure they're doing the same thing as a ghost, well, then you wouldn't know that there's a ghost cat there.
Exactly. I've always wanted to put a GoPro on a dog. Dogs are very, very sensitive.
Yeah.
Put a GoPro on him. Just let him go.
Yeah.
And see what he can see. Dogs sometimes see things we don't. They always looking up, and barking at something, So, and man, I had a cat. I thought about putting one on a cat, but I think that'd be a waste of damn time. Hey, that cat would go. I'm like, damn, I just lost my damn cat and my GoPro. Yeah, so
the weirdest pet interaction I've ever noticed was at Thornhaven, which is in Newcastle. We were waiting to go inside, and the man had to sign in the waivers, and he said that his that his dogs don't go inside. And, I'm just thinking, you're just telling us something to, startle us or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
When he stepped in to give us the tour, those dogs went crazy out in the truck. And they did not stop until he was back outside.
Oh, wow.
He had said that somebody had come over with a dog one time, and the dog darted out of the house as soon as, he got him in, and then he darted off as soon as. So I think, some pets that are living are so affected, and they're almost scared of whatever's going on too. So, I don't want to put an animal through that trauma if it is traumatic for them,
All right, yeah. Hey, got a shout out.
Hey, we can only see him sometimes.
What's going on, Mr. Jerry Suarez? How's it going down there in South Texas?
Jerry Suarez. Hello.
Yes, sir. Good friend of mine, dude. Good friend of mine. Hey, tell me, one thing I know about Texas, guys, there's a lot of urban legends here. From Chupacabra, from the black-eyed children that will meet you in West Texas parking lots at the truck station, Bigfoot, Goatsman's Bridge. There is a lot of urban legends in Texas.
Out of the room for the answers.
Tell me.
I think those are called lot lizards here. The ones that meet you at truck stops.
Tell me some of your urban legends you guys got going on up there.
That's all Crystal.
Crystal does all that.
Puck wedgies.
What?
Yeah.
A puck wedgie is a troll-like thing that I guess they've been sighted mostly in Anderson, Indiana, at the Mounds Park. Some people describe them that they look like little Vikings. But
Interesting.
And just a little background, it's called Mounds Park because it's ancient Indian mounds.
Ah, so okay.
So there's those, and then there's what else do we have?
I don't know. We don't have Bigfoot here.
We have
Crybaby Bridge.
Crybaby Bridge.
Every town, by the way, in the whole of the United States has a Crybaby Bridge.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have one here.
Okay.
We can sell you one.
Well, I wouldn't know where to put it.
I don't know. I don't know of any. I can't think of any.
Michael, where'd you see your Bigfoots? Tell me about where your Bigfoots are. Or your big feets. Is it big feet or big foots?
All around here.
Big feet's when it's a plant.
Well, I figured, if you guys did have a Bigfoot in that area, it would be very easy to track with all the snow.
It would be.
Yeah.
He'd have to be as short as a corn stalk, otherwise you'd see him for 5 miles.
Actually, Bigfoot statues are very popular here now.
Oh.
People have got their wooden Bigfoots out in their yard. I've seen a lot of those around here in Indiana.
Yeah, but Michigan and Ohio around us have a lot of Bigfoot sightings.
Uh-huh.
I think southern Indiana, deep southern Indiana, has a lot of Bigfoot sightings, and there's a lot of folklore around that. Being in central Indiana, just to give you a little mental glimpse of what the state looks like, the south is the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, so it's very hilly and wooded, ravines, things of that nature. Central Indiana is flat as a dinner plate and full of corn and soybeans. So you'd have to have a really short Bigfoot, or you'd see him, 2 cities over running through the field.
We do have a lot of deer.
We have a lot of UFO sightings.
Yeah.
Because it's so flat and clear.
That was the next topic that I was going to bring up to you guys. Down here in Texas, well, not just in Texas, all over the country, man, starting from last week when the military shot down all those UFOs.
Yeah.
Can you guys put UFOs and paranormal? How would you guys keep that separate, or you keep it as one?
I think it's separate.
I would agree, but there's like 8 of us on this team, and you'd probably get 8 different opinions if you ask that question.
Yeah.
I think if it used to be a human, I think that's part of the paranormal and spiritual, along with the demons and the angels and everything else. I think that's part of spiritual souls is part of paranormal. I think UFOs, Bigfoots, and things like that UFOs is just, I think, in a category of itself.
Well, if either exists, and everybody's going to argue one side or the other, and that's fine. If either exists, they're not spirits. They're actual things.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be like saying, do you believe in people? Well, I've never seen one, but somebody might have seen one, and that's why they said, hey, we see people everywhere. And then next thing you know, they either really exist or they don't.
There's just too many stories of people seeing that stuff for it not to be real.
I do want to debunk one thing, though, because we had a friend in the paranormal world. We got talking about Bigfoots and UFOs at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a working theory. His theory was that UFOs fly around the country dropping off Bigfoots. Okay? And here's why I had a problem with that. I go, dude, they've been reporting Bigfoots for hundreds of years.
Before airplanes was ever.
So if you're smart enough to make a UFO, how many Bigfoots you got to drop off and watch people scream before you get an idea how they're going to react? You know what I mean? It seems like that test would have ended a long time ago.
Yeah, well, you got a point there. Yeah.
There's a lot of things that have UFOs in the background, actually, that they've seen.
Yeah, all the way back to the Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
So I have a background in anthropology. So I have a totally different look on Bigfoot, because I think if Bigfoot exists, in which we don't have any physical evidence, but if he exists, I think it would be like a bipedal animal, like an Australopithecus, that is left over. I don't think it's normal or UFO or anything like that.
Yeah, that you know what, that interesting topic right there for another day.
You can have a whole podcast with this crystal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just something that I've asked a lot of people, and I get different stories and different reactions from people. Some people say yes, some people say no. It really depends on the individual. Huh?
So how do you feel about Bigfoot and UFOs?
Well, Bigfoot, I do believe. UFOs, to me, I think that's common sense, because this universe is too vast for people like me and you to be the only ones on the planet.
Exactly.
I mean, the only ones in the universe.
It's just one time a physicist, did he believe in UFOs? And he said, no, I believe in math. And
I just think
mathematically, it's you can't rule them out. It's more likely to exist.
I just think man is not ready for it. Yeah. And that's probably why the government is keeping it hush hush, like they're doing. Yeah. But it's got to come out eventually. It's gonna land on my front yard, and hey, my bags are packed already.
Well, and who knows and the inside the UFO, who knows what they look like? They could look like us, and I've met some weird people, so who knows? They're already here.
Yeah, I mean, from what I hear,
why are they always probing?
I mean, there's big garages these days. I don't know what they have parked in there, but
Yeah, and from what I hear, man, there's different species that are coming in and out, and the government knows. I mean, how they could not know. But here's the question that I have. How can you keep something so secretive from the president, who supposedly knows it all? You know, there are totally you guys wouldn't believe, man. There are 4 different levels of government above the president that he has know nothing about.
He knows nothing about it.
The black
Yeah.
projects,
Once they
billion.
created the black ops and black budgets, then it went beyond the president knowing what's going on.
Yeah,
But they have
who
to continue. So,
who would have that much power to control all of that, and that's above the president of the United States?
Yeah, the answer is the military.
Yeah, the military. They got their foot in everything.
Yeah.
You know, and tax dollars are, and you know what? And the Congress don't even account for where billions and trillions of dollars are going.
Correct.
You know, our tax dollar. That's why eggs are $8 now.
Yeah.
And here's why you can.
Uh-oh. Well, guys, I think they jumped off. I don't know what happened. Let's see. Let's give them a couple of minutes to see if they'll jump back on. In the meantime, I am going to see what's going on with my camera. It looks kind of fuzzy. But anyway, let's see if they jump back on. We was having a pretty interesting conversation about the paranormal and UFOs. So I'll give them a couple of minutes. You know what? And my phone is dead too. So they have no way of actually contacting me. But if you guys give it a minute, we'll see if they're going to jump back on. In the meantime, I'm going to jump over here and grab my phone charger. So, I don't know if they will come back on. So, we're just going to sit here for a minute and see what's going on and see if they will come back on the show. In the meantime, I get to charge my phone. So, is there anybody out there that has any questions about the paranormal? If you guys want to come on the show, the comments, the link is in the comments. Feel free to do so. Only thing I say is let's keep the comments to 3 minutes and keep it respectful and all that good stuff. So let's see here. You guys. Let's see. Let's see if I can get these guys back on here. Because right now it's been 1 hour and 18 minutes on this podcast. And just want to see. So we'll wait. Is there anybody out there that wants to come on and want to talk for a minute? I'm available. We can talk anything paranormal. We have 4 people on right now. So feel free to jump on, guys. I am here. I'll try to ask your questions as best as I can. And hopefully I can answer the question for you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here we go. Let's see what's going on. Let's see here. Okay. All right, I just got a message from them. They're coming back on. I don't know if their phone died or what, but hey, I'd like to thank everybody for all their support, love, and dedication, man. I really do. You know, I really appreciate it. Memphis Ghost Hunters, Jeff, Crystal, Jenny, Linda. Hey, I appreciate you guys checking my show out, man. It's people like you that that make me want to keep doing what I'm doing. So, hey, I really appreciate it. Oh, my stomach is boiling. So we're going to sit here for a minute and see if they're coming back on. So that's that. My camera feeling looking kind of fuzzy. I don't know. Usually a little bit better than that. So come on, guys. All right. So let's see here. What I got going on tomorrow night, guys? Tomorrow night, I have. Oh, let's see here. Let's jump back in there. I have a podcast at let's see here. Well, I'm trying to figure. I know I got one tomorrow, but I am trying to figure out where. Well, let's see here. Let me go to this page and see. I have one tomorrow at the freaking awesome show. I will be on there tomorrow night between 8 and 9 p.m. Feel free, guys, to come in and check me out. This is, you know what? It's been a while since somebody has asked me to join them on their podcast. So, and I think this gentleman is out of Virginia. Yeah, so feel free to come check me out, man. It's only for an hour, and let's have a good time. You know what I'm saying? So, in the meantime, I am going to step away for a minute. All right, let's see here. Oh.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
You got me back in there?
Yeah, we had something die on us.
Oh, the phone. Okay, one moment, guys.
Crystal, it's on you. Be right back. You're cold now?
Computer.
Yeah. It's what?
It's not on the computer.
Yeah, probably because I gotta go to a different link.
Well, maybe you hit the back button because I accidentally hit it with my finger when I was trying to spin it around.
You having fun with this, Crystal?
Sure.
Do we have something else to make this higher, you think?
Do you want something else?
Yeah, we can try.
How about the spirit box?
Okay. I thought you had it. I was like,
All right. Can't just get it. All right.
excuse me. That's appropriate.
I'm sorry. They just barely a micron
Okay.
of room there.
There we go. All right.
All right, guys, I am back. And I see
Just
you're
like we
back
never left.
to. I figured your phone might have went down.
Yeah, it went down, and then just to play it safe, it's plugged into the laptop, and now the laptop's plugged into the wall. So
Okay. Well, let me do it like this. All right, now guys, let's jump back into the conversation. One thing I know about Texas is we have a big. Oh, they went down again. Well, let's see here. Chat. Okay. Wait. All right, guys, it is. I'm still waiting. They popped in and popped out, and it's going on a hot minute here. I just had them. So, anyway. Okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to wait here not too long because it's getting past my halfway point, an hour and 27 minutes. So we are going to wait here a couple more minutes, then I might have to end the broadcast. And so, oops. Rob, all right, Rob Freed, if you want to jump on in and talk to me, if you got a question, that'd be great. I'm here, and I don't know what happened. I'll be right here, Rob. Come on, buddy. I know I can see you. Yeah, so these type of things happen on podcasts, guys, where things happen. That just comes with the territory. But it is what it is. Do 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 do. Pretty cool ball, ain't it? Something I got new. It's not like the average cat ball. It actually takes a little force for these things to work. So you hear me? You can hear the thump. Where I thump it, and it actually lights up. So it's pretty cool. But the problem is, I don't know if it has. It might have somewhere where you can change the battery out. I don't know. But I don't want to mess with it too much. So, all right. So we are definitely Waiting on these guys. In the meantime, I think I'm hungry. Wifey's in there cooking. I don't know what she's cooking, but she's cooking something. Ooh. All right. So, well, let me tell you a little bit about my plans coming up. Guys, as you guys know, the Texas Four Quarters, that's coming up in a couple of weeks, a couple of months. On March 11th, the Paranormal Picnic in San Antonio is coming up. I will be headed down there either Friday morning, no, either Friday evening and getting a hotel, or heading down there, getting up early Saturday morning and come down there and have everything set up. I really have not decided yet. All right. You guys back?
We might be back. We think we're back.
Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Hopefully we're good now. His phone cord leaves a little to be desired. It looks like he's been eaten by 2 squirrels going opposite directions.
Oh, wow. Well, you know about those squirrels, man. They're weird.
Anybody that criticizes that I am taking donations.
Hey, you know what? If I gotta
charged by prayer, okay?
Hey, if I gotta send you an iPhone charger up there, I will.
We'll go.
No problem.
Okay, I think we're charging and ready to go with everything. So.
All right. Hey, who made that big old what is that in the back? That a billboard or?
That's a banner.
Who made that big old banner?
There's a neat story about this, Terry. There's a neat story about this. We actually asked a guy that does graphics to make us a logo. We wanted an old farmhouse kind of look for our logo. And so he made this. We were very pleased with it. And then Carrie and I were making a road trip one day, and we found it's an actual house here in Indiana. It's an abandoned farmhouse.
Wow, and who is that in the doorway?
That's Rob.
That's right, Carrie running for her life.
Rob, you quit hanging around in doorways, man.
I know.
The house, we actually asked for permission. We stalked the owner, and we actually asked for permission to go take pictures with it and stuff. And she won't allow anybody on the property or inside the house because of what is it, asbestos and stuff.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we weren't able to. We did go on the property, but we didn't go inside. So.
And sadly, they're going to tear it down.
Yeah.
Oh, so no one lives there?
No.
Darn.
Yeah, it's been abandoned for a long time.
I can imagine, dude, what's in there. It looks kind of creepy.
But yeah, it's funny because it's just like that's the house on our logo.
We were just driving down a 2-lane highway in Indiana out in the middle of nowhere, and it's like, wait, that's the house. We spun back around.
That is crazy. All right, guys. Hey, if you guys had a bucket list on where you guys want to investigate, where would you want to go?
Gettysburg.
Gettysburg. Not too far from you, is it? Couple hours?
It's probably 4 to 6 hours, I would guess.
That's, you know what? 46 hours here in Texas, you still in the same city.
Yeah.
I believe it. For me, it's the Indianapolis 500, the track.
What's so special about the track?
Well, it's been a whole lot of people fly over that track, and
I died there.
Got spread very thinly across the pavement.
Okay.
So
Terry?
a lot of drivers have lost their lives there.
Wow. All right, ladies, where would you like to go?
I'd like to go overseas somewhere. Just
We'd
anywhere.
like to send you.
Just anywhere. I don't know. Where do you want to go?
I have a couple places. I want to go to the Shawshank Prison, which is Ohio State, and stay in my hotel.
Who's Hotel?
Stanley.
The Shining book movie.
Overrated.
Overrated?
Is it?
Overrated. You might want to consider another one.
Okay, but that's good to know.
Yeah.
Well, you know what really made that that place creepy, and people think it's haunted is because of the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When they made that movie
make it
back,
ghost, not the other way around.
yeah, when they made it back in the '80s, the movie, it was just a bunch of hearsay that they were, that it was haunted. Nobody ever proved any evidence that it was haunted. There's no two little girls there. There's none of all the stuff that the movies portrayed that was there. It's not really there. There's really nothing there. You know what I'm saying? But it's a very historic and old place.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as, and I know investigators that go there spend all that money just to be disappointed. You know what I'm saying? And I've warned them. I warned them. I'm like, you guys wasting your money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Speaking of money, how much money are you guys willing to spend, man, for an investigation?
Stupid amounts.
Yeah.
Obscenely stupid amounts.
Yeah, we have spent quite a bit on some investigations. We also do things, I want to say on the side, but we have merchandise and stuff like that we sell to kind of help. And we do free investigations for private residents, and we hope that they donate something, so that helps us get to some of the places. But a lot of times it's just money out of our pocket that we're paying. But we've done a lot more private locations, more so that helps. Freebies are good.
There you go. One thing about me, dude, I mean, like you guys saying earlier, we never charge for an investigations, but hey, I'll take a hella donation.
Yeah.
Hey, I actually went to an investigation where the lady, we went to her house, we investigated. She actually gave each one of our members a bottle of liquor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Spirits, you go with the spirits.
Yeah.
Fucking cool as hell.
Yeah.
And then she tipped us $80.
Yeah.
So everybody got $20 a piece.
Well, we've been tipped with food, and that's been nice. We had one over in Anderson that tipped us with cheesecake. It was awesome.
And it wasn't just any homeowner, because they've now opened a restaurant.
Yes.
So
Oh, wow.
it was pretty good cheesecake.
Sunset Waffles here in Anderson, Indiana, and then we had other people that have made us dinners and stuff like that. So anything's appreciated. Appreciated for sure.
There you go. Hey, quick shout outs right quick, guys. Angel, what's up, brother? Angel from TPI Paranormal in Laredo, Texas.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey, Angel.
What's
Hello
up,
from
Nick?
Indiana.
Yeah. What's up, Chopper? Mike Chopper from TPI also. And the lady of the house. Can't forget about the lady of the house. What's going on, guys? How you guys doing this evening down there in the very tip of South Texas? I hope you guys are staying warm because it's kind of chilly up here.
Got any more weather? Send it north.
Well,
I've
just
been to Texas one time, and that was in May, and I'll never be back because it was
what part of Texas? What part of Texas you come to?
It was around Huntsville.
Huntsville.
There's a big prison there. I was not.
Oh, okay. You were over there. Okay, yeah. That's more like northeast Texas. That's man. That's in the middle of nowhere. You're running to maybe a town, maybe every hour.
I don't know. I wanted to sightsee and go to different cities, but it was so hot that I just stayed by the pool the whole time.
Oh yeah, it's huge.
I was just like, it's too hot for big girls out here.
You know what? There's plenty of them down here too, and they don't mind the heat.
Yeah. Hey, but I do have to say,
yes, ma'am.
The bugs in Texas are gigantic.
Oh, what? Hey,
it was the size
man.
of Indiana.
Hey, there are bugs in Texas that you can see them coming 10 miles away, and they just get bigger each month. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some big bugs here, dude. We don't want to talk about mosquitoes
They carry
because
it away.
they, yeah, they're horrible.
Yeah.
Hey man, I got mosquito bites on my head that are still there. I'm telling you, they are big.
Yeah.
And yeah, guys. So hey, I appreciate you guys coming on the show. TPI Paranormal. You guys have to tell me about the investigation, Angel. If you guys did live, I'll check it out later when I get done with the podcast. But I definitely appreciate you guys coming out and showing all your love. Also, I like to say, are you guys coming up for the picnic March 11th? If you are, man, I would love to meet you guys. Oh wow. Okay. Well, let me put that up.
But so I've wanted to investigate in Texas, but I'm just like I'd have to go during the winter. There's no way I can do summer.
Well, the thing about Texas is you never know what you're going to get day for day as far as weather.
Yeah.
And one thing in Texas, dude, there are so many places here to investigate. It's I mean historic places, places with that have what is that noise?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Places that have historical markers on it that has well documented history. Like we're going to go out to Yellow Fever Cemetery in Brenham and do an investigation at the cemetery of a mass grave because of people that had yellow fever. They didn't know where to put them, so they just dumped them all in a big grave and just buried them up. I have no clue on what that is.
I don't either.
I don't know. It sounds like it's coming from your end. I don't know. It could be coming from our end.
I don't know what that is. Anyway, go away. Yeah,
Well, we got about 257 wires there.
I don't know. But anyway, guys. Okay, so you guys would like to go overseas. The young lady would like to go to Colorado. Okay. Hey, I would like to go overseas also. I would like to go to France and visit Normandy Beach.
Yeah.
That'd be one heck of a place to investigate.
Yeah, I got to believe there's a lot of spirits there.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's got to be lots. Then shoot over to Germany and visit Auschwitz.
Oh, Auschwitz, yeah.
Can you imagine that place, dude?
There's probably a lot of places in Poland too. A lot of internment camps and things there as well.
Yeah, I think I'll start crying and then I'll walk through the gates because all the sorrow and you would feel. It's just.
It's his end.
Definitely, especially for people that are sensitives, any location really that's really charged, you'll see them react the minute they walk in the door.
Oh yeah, so that would be. Oh. I mean, I'm really surprised nobody. You know what? I'm gonna look that up on YouTube tonight. See if somebody actually investigated any of those places.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have, but I'm definitely gonna check it out and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Okay, guys, it's been an hour and 43 minutes.
Wow.
How do you guys feel about the podcast tonight?
It's been awesome.
Yeah, having a blast.
When we had a little break there, we were talking about
Hey man, everybody deserves a beer break, no problem. Whether if you like drinking beer, Pepsi, Coke, Big Red, hey, we all had been down that road before. But anyway, guys, I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I checked our end and I muted us, and it sound like stuff from your end.
I don't know. But okay, this is part of the podcast where you guys get an opportunity to ask me a question.
Cool. So I want to ask if you could go to any state and investigate a location, what state and what would the location be within the continental United States?
Okay, quick, easy answer. I would go to New York. I would go to the Island of the Dead.
Awesome.
Yep. Place. We all know that COVID. New York was the epicenter for COVID, and they didn't have no place to put all these bodies that were people were dying. So they went and got some people out of the prison and went to the island and just start burying people. No matter how big, how small, how old, how young, they were going to throw you in a makeshift coffin and bury you. Mind you, that the place was already a sanitarium before they even start doing that, because there were bodies there already.
Yeah.
A couple thousand.
Island of the Dolls.
No, dead.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where I would go.
Where is that located?
It's located in New York. New York. Not for sure what island it is. I think it might be in Brooklyn, off Brooklyn or something.
Okay.
And it's the Island of the Dead?
Yeah, Island of the Dead. Look it up. If you guys ever want to go there, it's a pretty interesting place.
It's interesting. I've never heard of the place, so that's brand new information to me.
All right. Okay.
What is your favorite place to investigate?
My favorite place in the state? In Texas, you mean?
Anywhere.
Oh, man. I would have to stay home. I would have to stay in the state of Texas. I would have to say Baghdad Cemetery. I'm a big history guy. I love cemeteries. And if you guys ever watched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that particular cemetery was in that movie. So it has a lot of historic value to it. And what's so cool about it is in the most older graves, there's a lot of historic monuments. I don't know what that is.
I don't know, because I muted our side and it wasn't ours.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me mute this right quick.
No, it's like
Okay.
been setting a box in a garage for 6 months, which it has. Yeah. I can sneak off and light a candle again. Did we lose you?
No,
He's pausing.
he's trying to figure out.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm here.
go ahead, talk amongst yourself. I'm gonna light a candle.
They farted.
That's not true.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Like, I just checked all of our connections and I muted and it's still making the noise, so I don't know.
It's weird.
That was it.
No, because I muted it, and so it's going from the other side.
I don't know what that is. But anyway, yes, I would have to say Baghdad Cemetery if I wanted to have a cool investigation, because at night, on the more up-to-date side, it's actually festive. It looked like a giant circus there, because people will come in and decorate their loved ones with LED lights and all that stuff. And man, you can drive through that place and you probably wouldn't even think it's a cemetery, but it really is.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah. What's your question? I'm trying to think. I had one and then I lost it.
Where have you been scared the most and why?
The place I've been, you know what? I can honestly say the most time I've ever been scared is when I've been investigating by myself. You always, when you're with someone or you're with the team, you kind of take that scare factor out because you're with someone. But when you're by yourself, little, all your senses and everything seem to enhance. I mean, you're able, things. You're not able to turn around and watch your back 24/7 like when you got other team members. So the best time I've actually been scared is when I investigated by myself.
That makes sense.
Get that favorite piece of equipment.
Yeah.
My favorite piece of equipment is, believe it or not, guys, I don't use cameras anymore.
Yeah.
I've got a pair. I wear glasses, so I got some really cool camera glasses. That I bought them out of China, and they're pretty cool. They work the same way, just like glasses does, and I'm able to actually catch more evidence because I'm actually quicker with the glasses than I am with the camera.
I like that.
Really? Huh.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Rob, let me ask you a question. When you're investigating and you got a camera in your hand, which moves first, your head or the camera?
Yeah. No, it's a valid point. Yeah.
I was trying to pick on each other.
Oh, it stopped, whatever it was. No, it's still going on.
Yeah. Well, I moved the computer away from the phone, seeing if that would help, but it didn't seem to help.
Yeah, so I've actually went and bought some pretty cool camera glasses, and I'm able to actually catch more evidence because I'm actually turning my head and the camera is with me compared to turning my head then turning the camera. That's just the way our body is. Our mind wants to see what we hear, so we turn our head first, then turn the camera.
These guys probably argue I need to wear glasses anyway. So.
Well, I do wear glasses, and I hate carrying a camera. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, and the great thing about this is you can actually go to your eye doctor and have the lenses fitted for those, so you won't lose eyesight either. So I will send you guys, if you're interested in these glasses, I will send you the link.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
When we get off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of success with them. Hey, these glasses are everything that a camera is. You can get them in 4K. You can get them in what is that? Infrared. You can get them in just about everything that a camera does. It's set up for them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so yeah, those glasses are pretty cool.
I'd love to see that.
Oh yeah, I got you. Matter of fact, what I'll do is if you guys go on my Facebook page and scroll into my videos, you'll be able to see me actually having them on, and you'll get a chance to see how good they are and how the audio is because I'm in a McDonald's line. I actually, did a little test through McDonald's just to see, and all that stuff. I also have head cameras. They're not like a GoPro. GoPros go on your chest and they're bulky and big.
Yeah.
But this camera is probably about this big. And also you're able to put the light on there, so you're able to do all that. But I think Angel or Mike, I think one of those guys went and bought a pair. They haven't got back to me on that just to see how they do and how it does with them. But it should be pretty cool.
What's the battery life on those?
3 to 4 hours.
Okay.
So about the same as anything else, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems like you're always constantly charging stuff. Like I said at the beginning, I have a stationary camera because I don't. You'll see stuff happen when you're not there, but I plug mine into the wall because my battery's not gonna last the entire investigation, and then I'll move it periodically. But
and the good thing about these glasses is you're able to charge them up and still record at the same time.
okay.
So you can actually get a battery pack and put it in your back pocket, connect it, and run the wire between your shirt so nobody won't see it, and you're still able to go. Now the SIM card is I think a 32 gigahertz. So that might give you what, a couple hours.
Yeah.
So you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those are my favorite toys I like to have. And you know, a lot of people ask me where you get them from. You know, I always tell them, if I showed you, if I tell you where to get them from, you're gonna have to pay me at least 50%.
We'll send you a T-shirt.
Hey, that'll work too. I love having T-shirts. All right, guys. Hey, we're going on 2 hours, man. Um, hey, thank you guys for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. You know, you guys have actually gave me a little insight on what goes on up there in Indiana as far as investigating. And hey, and I would love to come back and do it again. What in the hell is that noise?
And hopefully, you know, if we do this again, maybe the whole team will be able to join us. We have some people who are sick tonight, and some people that just couldn't make tonight's work. So
Sure.
we're definitely up to talk to you again, and maybe someday we'll make it to Texas, not during May or June or July.
Oh no, I gotta have you around July or August when it's at the peak of the height of the hot moment.
Yeah, I won't. If I came there, I'd just be laying there dead. I'm no good with the hot.
Hey, one thing to know about this guy.
Uh-oh. Guys, I think they went dead again. I don't know. I think Mike holding something over her head. That's kind of weird. But anyway, yeah. All right, guys. I don't know what happened. They went bye-bye again. Oh, yep.
Okay, now we're with
Oh,
you.
there you go. Okay.
I'm just gonna stand here and be the human antenna.
Yeah. Hey, actually, when you guys cut out, the noise cut out. So I don't know what's going on over there. But anyway, guys, hey, it has been a pleasure talking to you guys. Let's do this again. And hey, like you say, I had a great time. I really enjoyed talking to you guys. You know, and if you guys ever get a chance to, you know, go and investigate, please invite me along live. I would love to go along with you guys. You know, so in the meantime, hey guys, you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Rob, stay out.
I want to give a shout out to all the members that weren't able to be here, so because we're a lot different. But thank you.
Hey, and tell the world how to get a hold of you before we get out of here.
Yep, you can find us on Facebook at Hoosier Haunts 10. That's the number 10. You can find us on Instagram, Hoosier_Haunts. You can also find us on YouTube. Our YouTube page is called Ghost River Production. You can find all of our video evidence there. Long story, it was Hoosier Haunts. The YouTube page messed up. YouTube won't let us get back into it, so we had to create a brand new name.
We're also on TikTok, Hoosier Haunts.
Yeah, on TikTok as Hoosier Haunts, and coming soon to a computer near you, www.hoosierhaunts.com is the website.
And Twitch. The guys, believe it or not, they have to get a Twitch account. So
yep, so we'll be twitching with you soon.
Well, hopefully gaming. We'll be shooting ghosts.
There you go.
All right, guys. Hey, you guys have yourself a wonderful night and enjoy what's left.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us on.
Yes.
Yes.
We always sign off this way. Peace out, brother.
Peace. All right, guys. What do you guys think about Hoosier Haunts? Pretty cool people, man. I wish I would have met the other team, part of the team, but you know what? That's okay. No problem at all. And like I'm saying is, I am now back on my road trip. I will not be able. I'm not just doing Texas anymore. I am reaching back out until to the country to talk to paranormal teams all across the country. So, don't be surprised if I'm reaching out to you and to ask you to come on a podcast. You know what I'm saying? So, in the meantime, dude, I've got to go get me some dinner. So what I'm going to do is I am going to get out of here, man, and enjoy the rest of my night. So in the meantime, peace.